I want to talk to you guys about WWE Raw tonight, and more specifically the New Day, because guys, as you know, with the New Day, basically, we know Big E is going to be there tonight, okay? We know Big E will show up. It's the 10-year anniversary of the New Day. For months and months, they have been teasing this heel turn for Xavier Woods. And I want to hear your guys' theories in the chat. I have my theory. I have a bold prediction. I have something absolutely crazy to think about. But I have a very strong feeling that Xavier Woods is not the only one turning heel. I think Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston are turning heel. And I have a very strong feeling that WWE has something massive in the works here regarding Big E. Now, we don't know if Big E is cleared. We don't know if he's cleared for anything. We don't know if he's got to retire for sure. We don't know anything. But obviously, WWE is going to have some sort of swerve tonight. Whether it's Xavier turning heel, whether it's Kofi turning heel, whether Big E just leaves them and disowns them and completely gets rid of them. Maybe Big E is 100% cleared and all three of them are heels. I don't know what to expect here. But my theory is that Xavier Woods and Kofi are actually turning heel because Big E has not been there. And I think it's actually really interesting because we never really saw the Shield breaking up the way it did, right? We didn't see that happening. And obviously WWE has been alluding to something. They've been planting seeds. And I think what is going to happen here is that the New Day will be completely reimagined as a group. And I think instead of Kofi and Xavier actually turning on heel on Big E, if Big E isn't cleared for in-ring action, why not have Big E turn heel with them? Why not do a story where all three are together and they are heel? Because like I said earlier in the stream, I need WWE to shake things up. I need WWE to go about this in a way where it's unpredictable. And I think it's so predictable that Xavier Woods would turn heel. And that's why the question mark for me has always been, what about Kofi? And I think if you look at the way it's played out in weeks, and I think the big thing here is that Kofi has kind of been standing his ground. But then lately, Kofi, like we all saw the exchange between Xavier and Kofi, where Kofi, you lost 6 seconds. Kofi Mania ended in 6 seconds to Brock Lesnar, right? Like we heard those comments, and I'm thinking maybe Xavier Woods finally got into Kofi's head and finally got him to snap out of it. And I could see Kofi and Xavier turning heel. Now, the real question is, where does Big E fit into this? If Big E is cleared, man, it would be amazing to see him and see them like do something where they turn heel and they snap on somebody, right? But also, I think it would be really, really cool for WWE if Big E isn't cleared. Big E's the one who gets them reshaped and refocused, even as a manager, as the guy that can talk. Big E cuts great promos. He's great on the mic. Something is obviously massive here. Do I think the New Day breaks up? That seems to be what everybody believes. Everybody believes that this group is done. I don't think so. I don't think Xavier Woods goes single, and I don't think Kofi goes single. But if WWE is smart here, they move forward with this group as a heel group. And I think it's better for them to be heels because you got to switch it up. But also, that was the original intention for the New Day. People forget that. When the New Day started, the original plan was for them to be heel. And then, obviously, it didn't work, but they got off and became big, big baby faces. And for years and years and years, as a babyface tag team, they were selling out tons and tons of merch. They were a big draw for the company. There was just so much good that came from them being there. And obviously it made sense to keep them as baby faces. But again, the constant trend that I keep saying about WWE, everything is drawn out. Everything is predictable. Let's shake things up here. Let's have them go heel together. And I think if the New Day turn heel, I think they would be the perfect candidates to take the tag titles from the Judgment Day. And then you can have the War Raiders and the New Day. See, the thing is, the tag team division is cooked right now. It is absolutely cooked. So if I were the WWE and you shake things up and the New Day go heel and they cheat to win and all this bullshit starts to happen, now you got some very interesting stuff happening in the tag team division, which is absolutely necessary because the tag team division is kind of boring right now. And I think for WWE, what's actually really, really cool here And Cam says it in the chat. He says, where does Big E play into all of this currently? Big E has been watching from the sideline. And so I think Big E needs to be the man of reason that says, look, you guys clearly aren't winning. What you are doing is clearly not working. Things need to change. And I would cement the heel turn. And I think everybody would expect Xavier Woods to be the guy that snaps. But because Xavier Woods has already been so vocal about this kind of stuff, I think Kofi Kingston being the one to do it makes a lot of sense. Now, the question is, how do they do this, right? How do they actually turn heel? Because when it was the Shield turning heel, they were all in the ring together, right? The New Day turning heel has to be done in a way where they cause some chaos or some sort of thing where like people are talking. Maybe, you know, the New Day are talking in the ring and they're met in the ring by another tag team. But I don't know how they're going to go about it. They got to turn heel together. And however Big E fits, if he is cleared, because that's the question mark, if he's cleared or not. If he's not cleared, that's where it becomes difficult. But if he is cleared, man, imagine if Big E were to grab a chair and swing that across somebody's back. Like, that's the big thing, right? Like, that would be like the absolute best thing they could do, is if they were in the ring with somebody and they turned on somebody and Big E was the one to do it and Kofi and Xavier followed through with it, like, it's perfect. And Big E is the guy that keeps them glued together. So the reality is that, like, I want to see them make a big splash here tonight. I have a feeling whatever they end up doing will be big, but I promise you guys, if it's just Xavier Woods turning heel and going solo, I don't care about that, because that's what they've been planting the seed for a long time. Again, I want to be shocked. I want to be unpredictable. You have, you know, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Maybe that's what happens. Kofi and Xavier get involved with them and maybe a chair shot to one of them. Like, I don't know. I need to see Kofi Kingston snap. I need to see Xavier Woods snap. And if Big E's involved, it's perfect. If Big E is not involved, in the sense that he is not going to be cleared, then obviously it would be really cool for Kofi and Xavier Woods to attack Big E. But I don't think that will happen if he's not medically cleared. You know what I'm saying? So they got to do something. But the problem is the Raw tag team division is slacking. They got the Creed brothers, they're heel. You got the Judgment Day, they're heel. You got Ivar and Eric, they're not really babyface or heel, but they're pretty much babyface. You got Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. You got AOP. You know, Rey and Dragon Lee are like the only babyface tag team I think they have on Raw that I could think of. I mean, if you want to count Otis and if you want to count Otis and Tozawa, but they need to switch up something here massively. They need to do it. It's really important. How they go about it, I don't know. But I told you guys my thoughts. Xavier and Kofi should turn heel, preferably with Big E. But if Big E can't wrestle, still do it. If Big E could get hit, that would be great, because it would prolong the story. If Big E is cleared, I want to see all three as a heel group. But we'll see what happens. Who knows what WWE's got planned up their sleeve.